You scream out and beg me to come. I wonder what I am chasing. It's not even fun anymore. I shoot bail and run through the door, but something's holding me.
Now streaming live, Full Velocity TV begins now.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in for the wildest thrill ride of your life. So grab a snack and sit back because we're about to throw it down.
We've got the best three-wide action door-to-door racing out of turn number 4 you'll find on iRacing, right here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
We are about to crown tonight's champion, and it's time to let her dig.
We're restacked and repacked off of turn number 4. Who's it gonna be? Good evening, race fans, and welcome to Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for eSport racing. But before we get to tonight's racing action here this evening, we're going to send it down trackside for the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And thank you for the beautiful rendition of the national anthem. Thank you to Dirty Grass Soul, Kevin Dedman, and the video by Charlie Tubbs Milner, who's starting in the back, it looks like, of one of these heat races. So it's good to see him back out here racing with us every once in a while. But I'm Todd Stanton. Alongside of me is actually Jack, who's pushing the controls here tonight. Phil, we're giving the night off. He's helping his mother and grandmother out and just having knee surgery and different things. So we're giving Phil the night off here tonight. So again, the DWRL BladeNode.com Sunday night shootout series coming your way. Quick time tonight is going to be Casey Brunson. So guess what? He's going to start on the pole of heat race number 1. His day is part of the outside, driving the number 319. That'll be David Brewer. Inside row at number 2 to number 10. That's racing Jason Salter aboard the number 10 machine. And then Josh Peacock rolls off in position number 4. Rolling off 5th will be Eric Eichstead, the Voodoo Child, aboard the BladeNote.com number 12 machine. And then Stephen Moore aboard number 73, rolling off in position number 6. Rolling off 7th will be Tyson Pankow aboard the number 91. And then Chuck Sims aboard the 59 in position number 8. 9th sees Ryder Sofer in the number 58 machine, and Wes Wygate aboard the 188 machine, off position number 10. 10 cars we call for, 10 cars we have out here. USA International Speedway. Looks like we're only going to have 9 cars now. I'm looking up through here. Wes not answering the call, so only 9 cars out there. Trying to get my camera angles working here. Not used to not running controls here, but definitely a good needed break for something like that to run controls and cameras. So I got to thank Jack for coming aboard and pushing all the controls and making stuff happen here for the Full Velocity Racing Network. Don't forget star donations, folks. If you want to give out some stars, we're 18,000 ish away from the goal. I think I posted 18,000. That's about where we're at, 18,000 away from our goal here set to us by Facebook. 25,000 stars is where they want us to be relevant at, so help us out, help keep broadcasting rates lower, and we'll let you know where we're at here for the whole month of January. So we got the whole month to get 25,000 stars, and we appreciate anything you guys can give to us. Going to be rather interesting here. We see the 319 up here, and I always call them the 1, but you see the little 3 and the little 9 on the side of it. But definitely the Heartland Harley Davidson number 319 machine on the outside of Casey Brunson. Brunson really quick here at USA International Speedway, so we'll see what he's going to be able to do here as we get locked and loaded for heat race number 1 off of turn number 4. So the iRacing.com truck going to speed off. The iRacing high flag, green flag is out in the air, and it is the 0-1-0 of Casey Brunson leading the charge. It will be 8 laps, will be your distance. Look at Brunson, charger pretty deep down into turn number 1 and 2. Off the 2, Salter battling it out with the 319 and David Brewer. Brewer drop kicked back to the 3rd spot here momentarily as Salters pull up alongside of him just enough to take over that 2nd spot. So Brewer not going to go away with that easy, but Salter now slides up in front of him. Oh, some contact there, and we have a sandwich almost as it puts the number 12 of Eric Eichstead down through the infield into the grass as the number 319 able to hold on to it. That is, like you said, David Brewer, but Jason Salter moves up to the 2nd spot. Brewer being pressured by the number 61 of Josh Peacock. Nice looking car out there. Number 61 machine right there knocking on the door. 73 is Stephen Moore running in that 5th spot. Again, like I said, Casey Brunson, your current race leader, with the 0-1-0, trying to pull away from the rest of the field here. 2nd is Salter. Salter starting to close the gap just a tad bit. Last time by just a tick quicker, a smidget quicker, 26.73, 3-7.41. Was Brunson. So, like I said, a smidget quicker was Salter, as Salter continues to hold on to the 2nd spot. David Brewer in 3rd. 4th is Josh Peacock, the Bulletproof Motorsports number 61 machine. And then you have Stephen Moore right there hot at his heels in that number 73 machine. Now here comes Peacock back down to the bottom, trying to muscle himself away around the number 319 of Brewer. David Brewer able to hold on to the 3rd spot, but Peacock keeps knocking on the door as they come down the back straightaway. Now we got a battle for the lead between the 2 10s. The 0-1-0 Casey Brunson and Salter. Now Salter gets down to the bottom. Side by side battle as we become halfway home. 4 in, 4 to go. Salter was able to pull up alongside of him off of 4, but Brunson was able to slam the door as Salter comes back down to the bottom here, 1 and 2, trying to get the forward bite off the corner, but Brunson still maintains the advantage down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3, Casey Brunson and Jason Salter side by side through turns 3. And off of turn number 4, let's see if Salter going to be able to have enough room to slide up in front of him. No, he's not going to, as there's going to be 3 to go at the line. Jason Salter really running hot and heavy there on the bottom, trying to make it work, trying to make it stick, but he's got to be able to pull up alongside, or actually in front of the 0-1-0 Brunson, I believe, in order to make this this pass work, because Brunson just fires back on the outside. And at 0-1-0, he's going to be able to do so over here. 3 and 4, but high-low switch from Casey Brunson. Now Brunson goes to the fight here as Popsicle sticks up in the air. So you have Casey Brunson down to the bottom, Jason Salter racing Jason up top. They enter the back straightaway here in heat race number 1. A great side-by-side battle down into turn number 3. Brunson still trying to make the bottom work as the 10 of Salter. Motors back on the outside. White flag going to be over the field here in heat race number 1. We're going to see who this is going to be, a drag race. We got one more circuit to decide this one. And Brunson really coming down, trying to pull the slider up there in turns 1 and 2. They come off of turn number 2. Again, the 10 of Salter pulls up alongside of Brunson, side by side down into turn number 3 for the final time. Salter wants to take this heat race win, but it looks like Brunson has other ideas as he come off of turn number 4. Drag race to the start finish line. Looks like it's going to be Casey Brunson by half a car length over the 10 of racing Jason Salter. Third going to go to Josh Peacock, David Brewer, Stephen Moore. Round out your top 5. Good rebound by Eric Eichstead, up to 6 after running down through the grass. So heat race number 2 getting ready to come to a post. It's going to go away like this. The Voiles Trucking started lineup for heat race number 2. Kyle Surratt aboard the number 18 machine, going to roll off on the pole. Outside pole sitter sees Barra Bishop aboard the number 926. Inside row number 2 in the third starting spot, that'll be 142 Taylor Frost and Derek Fetkenauer aboard the number 86, rolling off in position number 4. Fifth starter sees the number 1, the Bulldozer Alex Brewer, and Corey Stansel aboard the number 119 in position number 6. Seventh sees Kevin Prettyman aboard the number 88 and Travis Montgomery aboard the number 45 in position number 8. Ninth starter and last on the field here is Raging Ron Piles in that number 68 machine. We'll see what Ron has in store for him up his sleeve. Does not notoriously qualify really good. So we'll see if he's going to make the A-main here tonight. Been a while since I've seen some of these cars. Cal Surratt's car looks a little bit different since I've seen it last. It must be a new paint scheme. Always looking good out there. And you got the 14 running there in the third spot. It says the 142 on your screen is Taylor Frost. Then you have Derek Fetkenauer in the 86, bright green on the 86 now. Sure can't miss that car. We got a couple of minutes. We're going to thank some of our sponsors that make things happen here each and every week. You got to thank Harv Motorsports, iRacing, iFlag, Voiles Trucking, J-Max Journeys, BladeNote.com, South Texas Speedway, again, TDR Racing, Trash Panda Graphics, Charlie Milner. We're just going to call him Tubbs because I want to call him Tubbs tonight. We like to confuse him, but definitely media guru, I should say. He's definitely a painter. He's definitely like a jack of all trades, master of none, as we would put it here. But he definitely has made some videos and really stretching out there. So get a hold of Charlie and see what he's got in store for you out there. I also got to thank Pit Pass, Katie in Pit Pass, and everything that goes on there. And thank you to all of you fans who come out and watch Full Velocity Racing Network each and every week. As the iRacing iFlag green flag comes out here over heat race number 2. Kyle Surratt, Barrett Bishop right now is, oh man, Fetkenauer and the 14 make a little bit of contact. That is Taylor Frost. So Fetkenauer now going to drop back to the 7th spot. As Kyle Surratt trying to motor away from Barra Bishop. Bishop not going to let him get away that easily, though, as Barra Bishop lets her dig down to the bottom side, trying to pull up alongside the 18 of Kyle Surratt. All he has to do is, going to close the door shut, slam it shut on the 18 of Kyle Surratt. So Surratt now falls back to the 2nd spot. Going to have to go on the offensive here. Work down to the bottom to try to get around the 926 of Barra Bishop, and that's going to be no easy task. Alex Brewer right there. He's now running 3rd in that number 1 machine. Then Taylor Frost in the 14 in a good battle going on with the 119 of Corey Stansel. Stansel now moves into the 4th spot in that 119. So Barra Bishop has 2 laps in now in that 926 machine, just ahead of Kyle Surratt. Alex Brewer right there as he closed the gap on all those guys. As Surratt able to look to the bottom once again, but the one of Alex Brewer trying to do something. Those top 3 have pretty much driven away from the rest of the field there. Surratt now tries it way down in deep, down next to the barrier, and almost making too much contact there to allow Brewer even by himself. So the 18 of Alex Brewer, or 18 of Kyle Surratt, and the 1 of Alex Brewer right there fighting it out for the second spot. But Surratt trying to go on the offensive, trying to get around the 926 of Barrett Bishop as they come off the turn down the front straightaway here across that start-finish line. It is definitely the 926 of Barrett Bishop leading here as we are halfway home this time by. And then it'll be 4 in, 4 to go here for the 926 of Barrett Bishop. Surratt still running in that second spot, but trying to throw everything he can at him. Then you got Alex Brewer for 3. Corey Stansel still holding on to the 4th spot, but I don't think that's going to be for long. But because here comes Derek Fetkenauer, the Bulletproof Motorsports number 86 machine. He works over the bottom. He's trying to get around Stansel. Stansel holding on to the 4th spot still. But he drifts way up into the marbles, allowing the door wide open for Fetkenauer as he tries to kick it in down the front straightaway. 3 to go at the line. So Stansel drifts up the track once again as the 86 of Fetkenauer fighting tooth and nail with that 119 of Stansel down the front straightaway. As the 86 of Fetkenauer now dives her back down to the bottom deep in there as he's trying to get up alongside of him here with 2 laps remaining. They're going to be this time by the stripe, so Popsicle Stick going to be in the air there for the 86 of Fetkenauer as he completes the pass. Now Kyle Surratt trying to get around the 926 of Barrett Bishop. He does so too. Put Kyle Surratt to the lead. Here comes Alex Brewer right there, knocking on the door for the second spot, trying to get around the 926 of Barrett Bishop. These guys are going to drag race, I do believe, down to the start-finish line here to get 1 to go, as Barrett Bishop not going away as he's working over the top side of the Speedway, trying to get around Kyle Surratt. So white flag in the air. One more trip around the USA International Speedway for Kyle Surratt. Can he hang on? Or will Alex Brewer or the 926 of Bishop be a spoiler here as they make it through turn number 2? And down the back straightaway, Bishop able to pull up alongside the 18 of Surratt. Down into turn number 3 for the final time. It is Surratt leading the charge down into 1 on the bottom. Here comes Barrett Bishop motoring up on the high side as much as he can. Surratt slides up the track, drag race to the start finish line. It's going to be Barrett Bishop, I do believe, at the line. We're going to make sure scoring and time. And yep, Barrett Bishop going to take down the victory over Kyle Surratt. Alex Brewer, Derek Fetkenauer, and Corey Stansel round out your top 4. Great heat race for heat race number 2, folks. How many of you thought that was a good heat race, good drag race? The first one was the same way, drag race to the start finish line, and this time the top line prevailing over the bottom. The 106 viewers out here tonight, definitely appreciate you all tuning in to the Full Velocity Racing Network here on a Sunday night as we just watched Seattle Seahawks beat the Philadelphia Eagles 17-9. Unfortunately, there we're getting ready for heat race number 3, starting on the pole. Team Dirt Warriors own number 11 of Kyle Moyer. His days of brother outside. DJ Kalinowski aboard the number 13 machine. Nice looking paint scheme there. Starting in 3rd will be the Iceman himself, Daniel Stifler, in the number 71 machine. His days of brother outside, the evil one. That is Jim Revis. Inside row number 3, starting in the 5th starting spot, that's the 073. That is going to be Steve Robbins. And his days of outside, the 06 machine of Matthew Everts. Inside row number 4 sees Hammer, Henry Jones in the number 25, and Terry Barrington aboard the 602 in position number 8. 9th starting spot is Charlie Milner aboard the 138 machine, bringing up tail end Charlie. So definitely Charlie Milner going to try to see what he can do here. Definitely can look up here from you start 9th. You definitely can pass some cars, but good luck to everyone out here at Heat Race number 3. Thank you to all the fans for tuning in again. If you like what you see here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, don't forget stars donations go a long way. And like I said, 18,000 stars from our goal here on the Full Velocity Racing Network for the month of January. So if you have stars, give them a hoot and holler out there on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Hello to Stephen Calavoda, the man, the myth, the legend, Stephen Calavoda out there. Definitely a guy you don't want to mess with on the admin side of things. From what I hear and from what I know in the past there. But hello to Stephen Calavoda out there. Thank you for tuning in to the Full Velocity Racing Network. David Blackberg also out there. Got Freddie McCann out there. About 45 fans from Williams Grove, Pennsylvania. Thank you, Scott, for tuning in. Caleb Ramsey out here, too. Thank you all of you guys for tuning in to do our best to try to highlight everyone out there watching our race here this evening. As the iRacing flag, green flag comes out here over heat race the number 3, and it is the number 11 machine of Kyle Moyer, Team Dirt Warrior, leading the charge here with DJ Kalinowski. Oh, all kinds of out of shape there. Oh, gets up into the number 21 of Jim Ravis. Brand new pace scheme there, and there's all kinds of calamity coming off there down the back straightaway, but they're able to keep it in the right direction. But I tell you, Kyle Moyer falling back pretty heavily there. And that number 11 machine all the way back to the 7th spot is DJ Kalinowski going to lead and try to run away and hide. And that number 13 machine. Now lots of calamity over there. Is the 073 running in that 2nd spot. Daniel Stifler running 3rd. Jim Revis in the 4th spot. Then Kyle Moyer now back up to 5th. Got a lot of damage on the left front nose of that number 11 machine. So good to see if he's going to be able to get by the 21 of Jim Revis. They are almost side by side there through the corner. See Katie out there joining us. Thank you, Katie, for tuning in here to the Full Velocity Racing Network. Scared you, Caleb. It scared us too up here in the booth, as those guys were all over the place. And I definitely thought that was going to be a lot worse than what it was. But DJ Kalinowski, your race leader. Then you got the 073, Steve Robbins running 2nd. Daniel Stifler running 3rd. 4th is Kyle Moyer now, as he was able to work his way around that number 21 machine of Jim Revis. Revis now drops himself back to the 5th spot. 6th is the number 25, the Hammer Henry Jones. He's trying to move himself up 3rd. Then you got the 77 machine of Terry Barrington running in the 7th spot. Then Matthew Everton, Charlie Milner aboard the number 38 machine. He's just out there having a grand old time. Looks like he has some damage to the left front of that 138 machine, but man, he's definitely out there having fun. That's the name of the game there, as he gets completely sideways. As one of our sponsors here on the Full Velocity Race Network, always have to give him a little bit of loving out there on the track, and definitely sideways. He's definitely trying everything he can here. USA, not an easy track to navigate either. DJ Kalinowski, though, definitely showing the quick way around up on the top shelf for the Speedway. He's showing how to navigate this track as we come up with 3 laps remaining for that number 13 machine, HRE. iRacing flag on the side of that machine. Steve Robbins running in 2nd again in that 073 machine. And then you have, dropping back to that 3rd spot, Daniel Stifler, the Iceman, running fantastic there in 3rd. And then 4th is Kyle Moyer and Jim Revis, a pair of Team Dirt Warrior guys running 4th and 5th respectively here, as we're coming up on 2 to go. Is DJ Kalinowski going to get the popsicle sticks up in the air? 2 more trips around for that number 13 machine. Robbins trying to track him down, but Robbins definitely a tick slower than the rest of the field, as he's actually slower than Daniel Stifler, who's starting to chase down in the 2nd spot. I think Stifler just going to run out of time here, as DJ Kalinowski coming down here into turn number, I believe this is turn number 3 here. Yep, indeed it is, the 13. And out of 4, he's going to receive the white flag. So DJ Kalinowski trying to take down heat race at number 3. Looks like he's should be able to do so here with no other things bearing. But now the 073 of Steve Robbins under heavy pressure from the 71 of Daniel Stifler as they come down the back straightaway for the final time. Is the 13 of DJ Kalinowski, sends her off into turn number 3. And off of turn number 4, picking up heat race number 3 will be DJ Kalinowski aboard the number 13 machine. 2nd going to go to a drag race, as it's going to be the 073 Steve Robbins, Daniel Stifler, Kyle Moyer, and then Jim Revis rounding out your top 5. Three heat races in the books here for the BladeNote.com Sunday Night Shootout Series. We're going right on in to the main event, so we're not going to waste any time into what we call the consolation event. Consolation event number 1 here. Going to call it the C main out there. See how many we're actually taking there. It looks like we're going to take 9 from the C main and 9 from the B main. So 9 from each consolation event. So starting on the pole here of consolation event number 1 will be the 319 machine of David Brewer. His dance is outside driving the number 11. That'll be Kyle Moyer. Inside row number 2, we'll see the number 119 of Corey Stansel. And then Eric Eichstead aboard the number 12 of the Voodoo Child, rolling off in position number 4. Rolling off 5th, let's see Jim Revis aboard the number 21, and then Kevin Prettyman aboard the 88, rolling off 6th. 7th will be Ryder Scruffy aboard the number 58 machine. The 06 of Matthew Everett's rolling off in position number 8. Ninth starter sees Ron Piles, so all 9 cars are supposed to make it in. Ron Piles not making it in here. I'm not sure. I would have went out there at least as we were talking about, at least went out there and made his way in. Oh, Ron Piles is out there on the speedway as it connects. I don't know if it connected into the grid, but I believe probably going to start from pit road. So Ron Piles, not sure what happened there to him, but he's definitely going to make it from pit road at least. But they were taking 9 cars, so all 9 cars actually going to make it on into the A main. So these guys are going to fight for where they're going to start here in the A main. I would think so, Scott. 10 gallons of fuel. Yeah, I think it would take you all the way there. I don't know. A main 60.
I got caught up in sending some messages to WLIO for my debut on the news at 11 for iRacing. So I was trying to give her some more information for their story. That's what happened to me.
So in-race interview here. Ron Piles actually with us here. We're able to have some communications here. So he's going to start 9th. So we're going to start 9th, but from the pit area, as he did have an interview here earlier this evening. Definitely going to be rather interesting. We'll put that link out on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Hopefully when Ron gets it to us here, it'll be on the news. That's awful fancy to see Ron Piles, and definitely great to see iRacing get some more coverage here. On the international stage, I would say, even on the local stage for that matter, even if it's the local news, international, local, it's just great to see a lot of the drivers of sim racing, esport becoming a lot of different people's passions, and definitely a lot cheaper than real racing. I know Ron has raced real life. I've raced real life. I think Ron still races in real life, and me, it'll be rather soon before I get back into a car. I think it'll be here in the next couple of years. But the iRacing iFlag green flag coming out here over Consolation event number 1 as the 1 of 319 of David Brewer, then the 11 of Kyle Moyer duke it out for the top spot. The 21 of Jim Revis right there too. He's knocking on the door. You got the 12 of Eric Geitstead too. He's right there inside the top 4. Caleb Reif out there. Thank you, Caleb, for your awesome comments there. Definitely appreciate all the fans out there that support the Full Velocity Racing Network. You guys go a long way. Big high five to you guys in the 2020 season, and hopefully we continue on here motoring around. I know we got races broadcasted out, booked out until March now, so hopefully we'll have some other announcer personalities come on the air for 2020. We're working on that. Definitely going to see some different announcers come to us and maybe make some debuts, as we've had some debuts in 2019. Let's see some debuts in 2020 as we're 8 laps in. Again, all 9 cars making it in to tonight's A main feature racing action here. All these guys going to be duking it out, but I want to give another big shout out. We've had no star donations here in this one, but you're going to let the earlier show beat you guys, as star donations earlier were a little bit bigger than here. Now obviously we got a big goose egg here, but star donations go a long way here. It's a good way to get your name announced here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Good way to keep our broadcasting rates low, I should say, and it's definitely a good way to show your support to the Full Velocity Racing Network. If you don't have stars, that's fine. That's fine. Just shout out and let us know what's going on. I mean, we make sure we cover everyone as best as we can. But like I said, star donations go a long way here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. 6 laps remain here as they come across that start finish line. The 11 of Kyle Moyer, your race leader David Brewer running second. A lot of pressure from the number 12 of Eric Geitstead. Eric now up to the top shelf of the Speedway, trying to motor it around David Brewer in the 319 machine, as Brewer right now holding on to the bottom side of the Speedway. 21 of Jim Revis also right there. He's in that 4th spot. Corey Stansel 5th. Kevin Prettyman running in that 6th spot. 7th is Matthew Everett. Ryder running in 8th, and then 9th is Ron Piles. Kyle Moyer still running in the top spot. We got a lot of viewers out there, Caleb. So definitely, anytime anybody wants to sit in and have some fun here in the booth, we're more than accustomed to letting you guys come out and try it out. But David Brewer running in the third spot with the number 12 of Eric Eichstead. Eichstead was able to motor it around the outside of the speedway to get around David Brewer. Brewer now drop kick to the third spot as Jim Revis now running in fourth. But again, Eric Eichstead running the top. He's committed to the top, and David Brewer almost slamming him in the corner there. But the 12 able to keep it going as 319 able to stay on the throttle and not get into the side of the number 12 machine. So we'll see what's going to happen here as he comes high, low, switch for the number 12 machine. The 21 of Jim Revis now right there knocking on the door for that third spot.
Kevin Prettyman to pit road last time by.
It looks like Kevin Prettyman down onto pit road in that number 88 machine is 68 Ron Piles definitely out there motoring around. He's got a spot. He's got him in position. He's been starting on pit road, so he's running in that 8th spot. Now a battle starting to heat up, waging for the top spot with just 2 to go here. Going to be up on 1 to go, so we're going to see the white flag here as they come down into turn number 3 and off a turn to number 4. Eric Eichstead sticking to the top like he knows the best here as he goes a high-low switch here to 3 and 4 down the front straightaway. One more lap around the USA International Speedway, and here comes Eric Eichstead diving her in pretty deep, hot, heavy for that number 12 machine. And pulls up alongside the 11 of Kyle Moore side by side as they enter the back straightaway here to turn number 3. And this is going to be a barn burner, going to be a drag race to the start finish line as fast as they can, the best that they know here. A lot of drag races so far here at USA. They come off a turn number 4, Eichstead on the bottom, Kyle Moyer, and oh, that was probably the closest finish at the line here. So I'm going to wait for scoring time, and they're going to give it to Eric Eichstead by .004. .004 for Eric Eichstead, closest finish here tonight over his teammate Kyle Moyer, David Brewer, Jim Revis. Then you have Ryder, Corey Stansel, Matthew Everett, Ron Biles, and Kevin Prettyman. So that's going to do it for consolation event number 1. Consolation event number 2 going to come your way here. 10 laps will be the distance starting on the pole. The Bulletproof Motorsports number 86 machine of Derek Fedkenauer. Stephen Moore, another Bulletproof guy, starting outside the front row in that second spot. Inside row number 3, we'll see the Hammer Henry Jones aboard the number 25 machine. Then Taylor Frost aboard the 142 in position number 4. Fifth starter sees Chuck Simmons aboard the number 59 and Terry Barrington aboard the 602, it says on the Speedway, but it's not the 602. Terry Barrington in that number 6 starting spot. 7th, we'll see Travis Montgomery in the number 45. Then Tyson Pankow aboard the number 91 in 8th. And then 9th will be Charlie Milner in the 138, and I don't believe Wes going to make the call either. He would be 10th. He's going to be the odd man out. Looks like Charlie going to make the A main. So congratulations to Charlie Milner making the A main. Definitely it pays to stick it out there, buddy. And Charlie going to make the A main here, just like Ron. Ron stuck it out. It paid. He didn't think he was going to make it in. He did so. So Charlie looks like he's going to be the same thing, and hopefully those guys be able to duke it out back there. Gotta say hello to Mindy Eichstead out there, heart to number 12. Mindy, I heard you were gonna do some powder puff racing there with Eric, and then you chickened out. I would have gave you a point and a half. For the turtle spinning on the roof. That would have been a grand old time. I would have watched if you raced. Good evening, Joel Carmichael. Good evening. So we have the consolation event number 2. They're going to call it the B main. 9 cars make it in. All 9 cars out there will make it in to the A main. It's too hot. I still would have watched if you raced. Still would have watched. I know it's hard. Trust me. That's why I'm in the announcer's booth. They're getting ready to go green flag racing off of turn number 4 here. Consolation event number 2. The iRacing high flag, green flag out over the field. And it is the 86 of Derek Fedkenauer leading the charge down into turn number 1. Right there behind them is the 73 machine of Stephen Moore. And then Henry Jones running in the 3rd and 4th spot there, battling it out with Taylor Frost. As Frost able to hold on to the third spot now as they come down the back straightaway here for the first time. So 10 laps the distance, folks. Here we're going to decide all 9 cars to make it in here. That's definitely all 9. So we're going to decide the lineup here of where they're going to start in the A main. 60 laps will be the distance here for the Sunday Night Shootout Series. This is race number 4 of 12 here for the BladeNode.com Shootout Series for the mighty Street Stocks, the full fender frenzy for as these guys put on a show each and every week, and definitely fast here at USA International Speedway. So Derek Fedkenauer, your race leader down the front straightaway, front straightaway, the 86 machine. Second is Stephen Moore. Henry Jones running in the fourth spot now. Taylor Frost third. Henry Jones fourth. Fifth is Chuck Sims. So those are your top 5 running out there on the speedway. So Fedkenauer, your leader, is the 73, is trying to capitalize, trying to get around him maybe. Those 2 teammates, the 14 are lightning fast here. Another good run for Taylor Frost. Frost right now is looking all over. The number 73 is Stephen Moore, as Moore able to hold on to the second spot. But I tell you what, Taylor Frost definitely giving him more than what he probably bargained for in that number 73 machine. Glenn out here watching. I echo that, Glenn. When you make it fun, though, you have announcing, you have everything going on out there on the speedway. It makes a ton of fun to watch everybody out here down the back straightaway as these guys are fighting out here. It's definitely interesting to see a simulation. It's not really a game; it's a simulation out here. As these guys running here side by side, you know, when you're taking a break from the local track, especially during the winter months, especially up here in the Northeast, this is definitely something that I've seen some great racing out of the simulation world here on iRacing. So these guys just think about it here. The C main here where Eric Ike said just won .004. I mean, I don't think you can get any closer than that. At least in the sim racing world, is definitely interesting, as I've seen photo finishes at some local tracks. But man, there's been some great racing going on here for the Sunday Night Shootout Series. So they continue to motor on here in the consolation event number 2. It is still the number 86 at Fedkenauer. Second still is now Taylor Frost in the number 14 machine, trying to track down Fedkenauer. Then Stephen Moore running third. Henry Jones running in that 4th spot. 5th is Chuck Sims in that number 59 machine. So Sims holding on, having a great race here at the consolation event. And yeah, you're in Georgia. See, I'm up in the Northeast. As soon as it turns nasty, the weather not that great up here for racing. I can't wait till the springtime when we can start seeing everybody back out at the local racetracks here on a Friday and Saturday night. Yeah, I don't think I can't do that unless it's one of my buddies. Glenn, I can't. One of my buddies out there having fun and doing that, I guess I could, but definitely rather enjoy racing than maybe watching a Fortnite. Yeah, I agree, Caleb. Agree 100%. As Fedkenauer, your race leader, Taylor Frost, still running second. Great run for Taylor Frost, I might say, as we come down, I believe, into turn number 3. So this time around, we are going to see the white flag for Derek Fedkenauer aboard the number 86 machine and the 14 of Frost. Stephen Moore, those guys grouped together. Good run for Henry Jones running in that 4th spot. So white flag out in the air. One more trip around as they sail it off down into turn number 1. Fedkenauer going to try to hold off everyone, including that number 14 machine of Taylor Frost, who's been lightning quick here in this consolation event. They're down the back straightaway already. Into turn number 3, Stephen Moore going to try to throw it in pretty deep as far as he can, as Moore trying to make a drag race out of his. Frost able to fend him off, but Derek Fedkenauer going to take down consolation event number 2. Second going to go Taylor Frost. Third to Stephen Moore, Henry Jones. Then you got Chuck Sims, Tyson Pankow, Travis Montgomery, Terry Barrington, and then Charlie Milner. Your 9 cars that will move on to the A main. So it looks like we have a 2-minute warm-up session. We're going to throw it to an iRacing iFlag commercial real quick. Hopefully Jack has one of those installed, and we'll be back at you here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for sport racing. Flag commercial. So we'll ride in car. We'll let Jack mess around and pick that as I go grab one of my favorite beverages here for the race before we get going. So we'll let Jack do some in-car shots here, mute me, and we'll let racing be tell the story out here for the warm-up session. Feature racing here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, as that was a very, very quick warm-up session. I believe some guys making some last-minute changes during that session, but the Voiles Trucking starting lineup going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the 010 from Bulletproof Motorsports, that's Casey Brunson. And stands a partner to the outside, the HRE Motorsports 926 of Barrett Bishop. Inside row number 2, we'll see DJ Kolonowski aboard the HRE Motorsports 013. And then you got the number 10 of Racing, Jason Salter aboard the X91 Motorsports ride. Inside row number 3, the 5th starting spot, we'll see Bulletproof Motorsports number 18 of Kyle Surratt, and then another Bulletproof guy, the 073 of Steve Robbins, rolling off 6th. Rolling off 7th, we see another Bulletproof guy, the 61 of Josh Peacock, and Team Dirt Warrior number 1, the Bulldozer, Alex Brewer, in position number 8. 9th, we'll see Daniel Stifler aboard the number 71, and Eric Eichstead of Team Dirt Warrior number 12, the BladeNote.com, number 12 machine, the Voodoo Child. In position number 10, rolling off 11th will be Derek Fedkenauer aboard that number 86. Team Dirt Warrior season number 11 of Kyle Moyer, rolling off 12th, 13th starting spot. We'll see Taylor Frost aboard that number 14 machine, and David Brewer aboard the number 319 and 14th. 15th, we'll see Stephen Moore aboard the number 73, and Jim Revis aboard the number 21 in position number 16. 17th starting spot, let's see the Hammer, Henry Jones in the number 25 rider, and the number 58 rolling off position number 18. 19 sees Chuck Sims aboard the number 59, and Corey Stansel aboard the number 119 in position number 20. 21st, we'll see Tyson Pankel aboard the number 91, and Matthew Everts aboard the 06 machine, rolling off in 22nd. 23rd, we'll see Travis Montgomery aboard the number 45, and Raging Ron Piles aboard the number 68 in position number 24. Terry Barrington aboard the 602, rolling off 25th, and 26th to 88 to Kevin Prettyman, and Charlie Milner aboard the 138, rolling off in the position number, I believe that's number 27 on the field. So 27 cars we got out there, all 27 cars answering the bell, the toll, for Will. These guys really slow down the back straightaway. iRacing.com pace truck should be pulling off to the infield so we can get green flag racing off of turn number 4. As it is Brunson and Bishop leading the charge down here off of turn number 4. Who's it gonna be tonight? The 0-1-0 Casey Brunson leading the charge down into turn number 1. The 13 of DJ Kolonowski pulls up alongside of his teammate, the 926 of Barrett Bishop. Good side-by-side battle for the second spot is yellow flag. The Har Motorsports yellow flag number 1 going to come out over the field here and see what caused that one to bring it out. So we're going to look through.
Travis Montgomery.
It looks like maybe Travis Montgomery there in the number 45 machine. So right around Ron Piles and Travis Montgomery rolling through the field here and just got crossed up a little bit and then pounded the inside retaining wall. The 45 able to get it back going, but going to be the tail end here in 27th spot. Travis Montgomery, tough break for him here early on in the going. Luckily it's early here, lap 2 of 60. Scott out there definitely it's not something easy to do, but it's not something extremely hard to do. As long as you put in the time, you're willing to put in the practice, you can make it up through the ranks. So I know it's early. We want to ask Facebook Live, who do you think is going to take down the victory here tonight? I see Caleb Ramsey out there with BPM. So must be going for all BPM. Do you have a particular driver that, Caleb, you're rooting for here this evening that's going to take down the win from BPM? Do you want to single those guys out?
I say Barrett Bishop, maybe.
Raging Ron saying Barrett Bishop from HRE Motorsports here in the third spot. I'm almost willing to bet that Jason Salter from X91 Motorsports might be able to take it down too. So there's a lot of heavy competitors out there. So I mean, you can't count Josh Peacock, Kyle Surratt on any given night. Alex Brewer's got it done in a couple of different ways in that number 1 machine. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, at that point, I think our guesses are like a 3% chance. There's a lot of guys in the rankings up there. I mean, you can't rule out anybody in the back either. Corey Stansel's back here. Kevin Prettyman's usually pretty good. So, I mean, you can come from all over in the field, especially in the next 56 laps.
So Marcus Brown going and believe in Tubbs. Black number 10, Frankie Underwood is that should be Casey Brunson. Black and red number 9, that is Barrett Bishop. Caleb Rife taking Josh Peacock. A lot of good choices out there. And Caleb Ramsey says they can't pick one teammate. It's not allowed out there. As we go back to iRacing I flag, green flag out over the field. Casey Brunson lead the charge. DJ Kolonowski running in that second spot. Third is Barrett Bishop, but here comes Salter to the outside immediately. Number 10 machine as he's definitely paddling it out there with Barrett Bishop. Those guys were teammates once upon a time. The 10 of Racing Jason now drops back to the 4th spot into the clutches. Looks like the 61 of Josh Peacock. Nope, going to slam the door shut there into the 4th spot. Susan out there saying DJ, good luck to DJ. Got a nice variety of fans out here watching Facebook Live. Sorry I don't get to YouTube or Twitch for that matter. Guys duking it out with Casey Brunson. Then you got DJ Kolonowski, Barrett Bishop running that 3rd spot. 4th is Racing Jason Salter, Josh Peacock running in the 5th spot, and then number 61 machine. And you got the number 18 of Kyle Surratt is now giving it up there. As oh man, the 61 gets all kinds out of shape. Josh Peacock dropping back just a tad bit as Peacock got crossed up there through the fray. Now falls into the clutch of the 073, the 12, the 86 of Fedcomer. Those guys all right there. And the dust is really starting to kick up around the Speedway. So we're already on lap number 7, lap number 8 now clicking off. As these guys fighting tooth and nail for every spot on the Speedway. Brunson holding on to the top spot there. Phil's favorite driver, he's coined him there in the 010 machine. He definitely has a lot better luck when Phil's not announcing. So Brunson right now in the top spot, the 926 or the 9 as you want to call it, of Barrett Bishop running in second now. Able to get around DJ Kolonowski. Then you got Jason Salter, Alex Brewer round out your top 5. As Brewer holding on to the 5th spot, but Surratt right there knocking on the door as he gets it down to the bottom side. Another yellow flag going to come out. The Har Motorsports yellow flag coming out for, I believe this is going to be the 3rd one of the evening. as we're going to take a brief look. I believe it might have been something maybe involved with Travis Montgomery, maybe the 11 of Kyle Moyer
Have a flip
involved
there.
in this one. But Kyle Moyer got into the ice, that one upside down, rolled it back on all four wheels. So he had a little bit of help from, I believe, got into ice there. I don't know, he was trying to check up, and then David Brewer with no place to go into the side of him, and upside down goes Kyle Moyer and the number 11 machine. So he did work his way down onto pit road to get his quick repairs on the 11. Gonna have to start tailing Charlie here. That would be 27th here. Every car still left out there on the Speedway. 27 cars. We're on lap 10 of number 60. Again, got to thank BladeNode.com for coming aboard as a sponsor here for the Sunday Night Shootout Series. I can't thank you guys enough. Like we have some guys out there talking to us here. Can't quite answer if you're messaging our inbox. See Howdy Checker out there. Howdy, welcome. Glad you can take some time out of your very, very busy schedule to come watch us race, watch us announce, watch us race. He's watching like 5 different broadcasts right now. Guys, multitasking.
Right on. That's the only way to do it. I mean, sitting here, I love listening to you guys announce, and I figure if I don't want to use my bandwidth, I might as well sit in TeamSpeak and listen to my co-partners here in crime do what they do best. While I sit here and that way I can see kind of what's going on that I can't see.
Oh, you're out there running right now, so doing a good job at that. You're at least not dead last in that 68 here tonight.
It's not over.
Well, it looks like lights are extinguished. Stop the iRacing.com. Pace truck gonna peel off the Speedway here. Gonna throw some dirt itself. Is iRacing flag, green flag, gonna come back out over the field. See how long this green flag run is going to last, as we had a couple of yellow flags just a little back down, but it is DJ Kolonowski sideways. I don't think he saved that one. Tough break for DJ as he went around in a knot. I believe he might have saved it, but he saved it as a 360 there. But man, that was a tough one there. It looked like he was, yep, indeed, brewered, as we call it, there in the number 1 machine. Got into the side of the 13. But I tell you what, great 360 move by the 13 of DJ Kolonowski. So DJ able to bring it back together. Great save by the 13 machine. I don't know if he's going to come down pit road to try to fix some of the damage, but DJ definitely has a fast piece and probably not real happy with the restart of that one. So we'll see what DJ does in that number 13 machine. Another yellow flag slowing us back down here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Your source for eSport racing is, like I said, we got the Embrace reporter Ron Piles. He's been out there chucking along here, 18th position there right now. He's out there still motoring around, trying to catch up to the field here as these guys get strung apart quite a good distance as he's driving around.
Still in one piece somehow.
Yeah, a lot of wrecking going on in front of you. Missing a lot of wrecks, able to move up to 18th there, Ron. So how's the track right now?
Setup varies depending on what you got right now. Track's good in a lot of places. Get to the middle, get to the bottom, get up top. Depends on your gear and how you enter your corner and how the setup. There's a gear right now, I think is what's gonna vary. I played around. I've actually dropped the gear a lot more from earlier. I had like a 500 in it earlier. Changed a little bit of the setup around. Car owner definitely helped me out there a little bit. Getting this thing put back together or back to base. I think I had a couple screws loose, but we got that figured out. Up to 17th now. I think somebody got EOL'd there. But we'll see what happens here once this restart kicks off. Starting on the bottom here is probably a little rough for me with the gear I got in, but we'll see what happens and go from there.
You have Alex Brewer serving the end of the longest line penalty for his contact being made there with the 13 machine. So Brewer going to the tail end of the field. serving his penalty. See how Ron continues to go around. We'll ask him as much as we can how the track is changing here throughout the 60-lap A-main feature. As obviously we won't ask him while we are green flag racing as we're getting ready to go back there. As iRacing flag, green flag comes back out over the field. 27 street stock strong here, motoring down the front straightaway. So is Casey Brunson, the 926 of Barrett Bishop, running second. Jason Salter running in that third spot as he peeks down to the bottom, trying to wrestle that second spot away from Barrett Bishop. Not going to be able to do so. Here comes Kyle Surratt flanked to his outside. As Surratt trying to get around the 10 of Salter, the 61 of Josh Peacock making his way back up through. He's got some damage to the left front of that machine. Trying to do something more is another yellow flag, another pesky yellow, Hard Motorsports yellow flag. That wrecker is very, very busy here this evening. It's one of those tracks that it's either feast or famine here, and it's definitely not going a feast way. So definitely this time it's going to be, looks like Charlie Milner. Looks like he got sideways there. Coming into the corner, he was going around, and Alex Brewer finished him off over there as Milner already about halfway around, and Alex Brewer just gets into the vacuum and finishes the job there that Charlie started on himself. It's enough to bring out a yellow flag. Not a lot of contact being made over there, so those guys going to have to join the tail in the field. Tough break for those two drivers.
Like going to single file restarts now.
Well, it looks like single file is what Ron is saying. So, Ron, being a driver, you're running 17th, maybe even 18th, maybe even 16th. No, still 17th out there on the Speedway. Being a driver like this, how much does this wear on your patience, all these yellow flags?
It definitely cuts into your racing time. Trying to get moving forward. Sometimes restarts might be maybe your gear's set up differently. Maybe you got a better jump on a restart than somebody, especially if you're double file. Single file, you got to kind of play it right. Hopefully get a position on somebody going to the corner, but especially at USA being a tight track, there's a lot of grooves that are still available yet. See everybody running a wide range here due to gears, so definitely it can play with your mind a little bit, trying to run out of time, especially if you're still close to the back. I just set myself with a goal it seems reasonable from where I'm at, and if I get any more than that, I'm happy.
Well, so we're looking at the drivers out front there, Ron, and they're definitely changing some different things, but it's one of those types of momentum tracks. I know you got to be spot on through 1 and 2, is that corner's normally pretty treacherous over there. So how much does these restarts? I mean, the double file, you really have to lay off the other guy, but those restarts definitely have to play into some kind of effect there, especially if you're single file versus double file.
Yeah, they do. It comes down to track position and what's going on. Is a good green flag here off of 4.
Yeah, but iRacing flag, green flag getting ready to come out. We'll let Ron get back to business here as he's trying to make it. I'd like to see him up inside the top 10 here with that 68 machine. I don't think that's unrealistic for Ron Pyle, so we'll see what happens there. As the race leader is still Casey Brunson. Barrett Bishop running in that second spot. Good battle going on for third between Salter and Surratt. Surratt looked down to the bottom there a couple different times there through the corner, not able to seal the deal. And that number 18 machine, but the dead of Jason Salter running in third, and Barrett Bishop all over the rear bumper of the 010 Casey Brunson. Brunson still holding on to the top spot here. 21 laps in, 22 up on the board. Getting ready to come up on the board, it should say, as 60 laps is the distance, so we're not even halfway home yet. Casey Brunson's led every single lap but 2 of the laps, so 20 laps he's led in the 010 machine. So here comes Barrett Bishop back down to the inside, trying to make something work. Gets a little rough down there, though. Beats him around, moves him up the track in the number 9 machine. Like you said, Barrett Bishop holding on to the second spot, but Salter now looking to try to motor around him in the middle to high groove in the X91 Motorsports machine. Another yellow flag going to come out over the field again. So yellow, yellow, yellow. I believe that's the 5th Hard Motorsports yellow flag of the evening. Just double check if I'm correct or not. Definitely the 5th. We've had 12 caution laps so far.
I believe that might have involved Charlie again. I saw him disconnect, so something happened he must have got involved in.
Let's see what happened there. if we can find out what happened to Charlie Milner. Okay, so showing you on the screen what happened to the 138 Charlie Milner. I can't work the cameras as fast as Jack tonight. Cannot believe that. Is got into the 119, both went around, so under yellow flag. And I think we got another guest here, so maybe I'll be able to pull him up. DJ Kolonowski in the number 13 machine. Let's see if we can pull him up. He's currently running in the 7th spot. Let's see if I can get some words with him, Raging. What do you think?
Yeah, it sounds great. I mean, you know, the more the merrier. We can get some onboard interviews going on, see how his car's feeling for him.
So under yellow flag, so I seen DJ connect, and I'm going to utilize you, DJ. You're right now running 7th. You had a good piece here early in the going, got a little bit of an entanglement there. The guy went to the back, but how's your car running right now?
So far, so good, especially after going through the spin cycle with that accident, but just trying to get back up in the top 5.
Definitely a fantastic save there, the 360 spin, and everybody let you gather back in, and you were able to hold on to that. So that's definitely a good thing. Good, maybe a good omen for you tonight. What do you think?
Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to make something out of this. I was hoping to be more towards the front, but we still got 30-some laps to go, so we'll see what I can do.
Oh, DJ, how difficult is it to pass? Before I let you go, how difficult is it to pass right now?
Right now, it's about 1.5 crews, so it's kind of a choo-choo right now, but hopefully the top will start opening up and can be a lot closer racing.
All right, DJ, we'll let you get back to it. You want to thank any sponsors here before we go back to green flag?
I just want to thank my sponsor, or my teammates at HRE Motorsports and Milner Media and Design.
All right, DJ, thank you for taking the time. Good luck to you the rest of the race here this evening. As the iRacing flag, green flag comes back all over the field is the number 10, 010, Casey Brunson leading the charge down to turn number 1, Barra Bishop running second. Third is Salter. Kyle Surratt now able to get around him and put himself up into the 3rd spot there momentarily, but Salter paddling back on the outside as we're quickly approaching halfway home. As here comes the number 18, Surratt back down to the bottom again. As the 10 of racing, Jason Salter motoring around on the outside of the track. As Salter able to fight side by side with Surratt. What a great battle for the 3rd spot. Josh Peacock right there too in the P61 machine. As Peacock trying to do something there maybe with Salter, as Surratt was able to complete the pass and move himself up into the 3rd spot. Almost a little contact there between the P61 and the 10 machine, but they were able to keep it off one another. The 71 of Daniel Stifler running 6th, 7th is Eric Eichstad. DJ Kolonowski running in that 8th spot, trying to work back around the number 12 of Eric Eichstad. Eric definitely doing a fantastic job in that number 12 machine as he dives there in pretty low to get around DJ Kolonowski. Like you said, has a little bit of damage, went through that spin cycle, looking for a good finish there in that number 13 machine. We'll see what he's going to be able to do right now, holding on to that 8th spot. So Casey Brunson leading by 0.266 over Bear Bishop. Kyle Surratt just a little ways back there with Jason Salter nipping at his heels too. That number 10 machine, Josh Peacock in the P61 running in 5th. Daniel Stifler all over his rear bumper. There in the number 71 machine trying to make something of this, trying to peek himself inside the top 5 is Stifler, the Iceman. But Eric Eichstad also rather quick here. In that number 12 machine, the Voodoo Child making his way towards the front of the field as he was able to take down a victory there in one of the consolation events. Now trying to work rocket himself up inside the top 5 too as he's battling it out. DJ holding on to the 8th spot. 9th is Derek Fetkin. We're in the number 86 machine. Then you got Jim Revis running in 10th. Revis doing a fantastic job too. And the number 21 machine had a very, very strong race a little bit ago, but now running in the 10th spot. So he had a strong consolation event as they motor down the front straightaway here. In that number 21, he's trying to hang on to the top 10. Taylor Frost stayed in the number 14, running in 11th. Then you got the 06 of Matthew Everts. He's right now battling it out there with the 073 machine of Steve Robbins. That's a good battle for the 11th, 12th position, and 13th. And those guys battling it out in the same way with Brewer. David Brewer right there in that 14th spot. So we're on lap 32 of 60 as we're running right now. Going to put 33 up there. So here comes Bear Bishop down to the inside, trying to rustle away that top spot away from the number 010, Casey Brunson. Brunson leading the charge down into turn number 3, Surratt. Motoring, look at him go way up on the top shelf of the Speedway, trying to find something different that maybe these other two in front of him don't have. As a 010, Casey Brunson leading here, lap number 33 34 going up on the board. Again, got to thank everyone for tuning into the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for eSport racing. Don't forget those guys out there. So far, we've been shut out for star donations during this whole entire broadcast. I'd like to see some star donations come our way here this evening. We got 25,000 stars is what the goal Facebook gave us. We are exactly 18,000 away. Another yellow flag coming out over the Speedway. I think even Jack was hitting to a yellow flag there. Maybe somebody was making some contact there. I couldn't quite hear what he was saying because I was in my train of thought again. And
That was back around me.
looked like maybe it was the 45 machine of Travis Montgomery, maybe. Okay, so we're going to go with the 73. Oh, the one. It all started with the 319, though. Of another Brewer, David Brewer.
Brewer taking the EOL.
David Brewer in the 319 machine was right there behind the 073, come in pretty hot and heavy into the corner there and slides it, hits the wall, hits the inside wall, and slides it right back up in front of the oncoming cars right behind him. And that's what caused the yellow flag to come out. David Brewer actually going to take them to the longest line penalty for that. Doesn't need the admins to decide that. He's taking them to the longest line. So kudos to David Brewer there in the Heartland Harley Davidson number 319 machine. Yeah, Jack is saying that nobody's giving any star donations because they don't like him as a control guy. Is that the reason why we're getting no star donations here tonight? Is Jack the reason why? Nobody wants to answer, Jack. They're kind of quiet. I hear crickets. I think they're scared of you. Crickets. So these guys are restacked and repacked. Mindy Eichstead out there. Jeff Brown. Hello, Jeff Brown. You can't sneak in without us seeing you. So we'll see what's going to happen over the course of this race. Almost coming up on 20 laps to go. Who is going to be the first to race to star donation? Who's going to be the first star donation here in the Dirt Warrior Racing BladeNode.com Sunday Night Shootout Series? Are we going to have any star donations from this group here tonight? We're going to wait and see. The racing flag, green flag going to come out just like this race. Star donations hopefully will unfold here towards the end of this one. But the 010, Casey Brunson, your race leader. The 926 going way up the track. I thought he was going to hit the wall there, Vera Bishop. But he makes a 3-wide battle there for the second spot. Surratt now trying to battle back. But the 10 of racing, Jason Salter into the fray too, as he's moved into the third spot around the 18, trying to make it almost 3 wide for the race lead. Brunson now peeks it down to the bottom. Surratt right there too, knocking on the door of the 10 of racing, Jason Salter. As it's a great battle for the top spot now as the 926 peeks up alongside the 10 of Casey Brunson. And man, look at Surratt go. High-low switching up through the middle comes Barrett Bishop. He's going to take over the race lead. Yellow flag going to come out. Our Motorsports yellow flag going to come out. But I believe the scoring loop going to put the 926 of Barrett Bishop to the race lead. An amazing pass up through the middle. So it looks like, I hate to say it, we interviewed here, and it looked like Corey Stansel may be involved in this one. Corey Stansel getting into the number 50 machine, and then a little bit of extracurricular activity after that, I do believe, maybe. And DJ Kolanowski getting involved in that one too, yep. Unfortunately, by the 50 machine, gets into the side of him. DJ Kolanowski, man, his night continues to be rough. And going to be tailing Charlie here, just under 20 laps to go. Might as well go down and get his quick repair, I would think, and try to repair his car, get himself back out there, and then maybe with a fresh car make his march to the front. We'll see how fast that 013 machine actually is of DJ Kolonowski. Yep, going to come down on the pit road. That's what I would do too. The iRacing flag is number 13 machine. Looks like he's going to get a full quick repair on the number 13 machine. So he's going to join the tail end of the field. Just keep your eyes out, folks. Watch how fast that guy comes through the field. I mean, he's got a good piece there in that 13 machine. So up front, we got Bear Bishop, Casey Brunson, Jason Salter, Kyle Surratt, Josh Peacock. Then you have Derek Fedkenhauer, Daniel Stifler, Taylor Frost, Eric Eichstead, Jim Revis. That's the top 10. 11 through 15 sees Jim Revis, Matthew Everett, Steve Robbins, Tyson Pankow, Stephen Moore, and Kyle Moyer. Then you have Alex Brewer, Kevin Prettyman, Henry Jones, Chuck Sims, Ron Piles, David Brewer. You have Terry Barrington, Ryder, Travis Montgomery, DJ Kolonowski, Corey Stansel, and Charlie Milner. Going to finish up 27th there behind the wall. As the iRacing.com pace truck lights are extinguished atop that machine. As we get ready to throw the iRacing high flag, green flag here, as he's going to peel off the Speedway. As it is out here, green flag going to come out here this time. iRacing high flag, green flag out. The 926 of Bear Bishop going to try to lead the charge down into turn number 1. Just over Casey Brunson, and then Kyle Surratt now down to the bottom. He's trying to make something happen, trying to make a two-for move through the corner. Yellow flag going to be out. Another yellow flag. Har Motorsports Wrecker Services are busy here tonight.
Mess.
Big mess over there, so we're going to see what caused that one, what driver caused it. So we're looking over here. I'm almost thinking Henry Jones involved. Yep, Henry Jones going down pit side. Tough break for DJ Kolonowski as he's going to move out of this one. Like you said, a whole gaggle of cars involved. And DJ smoking heavily there, going to end his night. Definitely not what he wanted. There at the 013 machine. Pulled it behind the wall. Tyson Pangill also behind the wall now. First star donations coming from Jeff Brown. He's bursting the bubble here, I guess, as you say. Well, no, excuse me. The first one was we're gonna say it was Laura Eichstead, then Mindy, and then Jeff Brown. So Laura, I didn't hear it just came through. So it was actually Laura, Mindy, and then Jeff Brown. Thank you all for the star donations. Goes a long way. So all three of you, thank you so much. Now see, I don't know why they took so long. 2-week streak for Laura there. 2-week streak for Mindy. Jeff Brown is always on a streak. I don't know what kind of streak that may be, but we'll leave that to the assumption everybody else. Yeah, it could be streaking, you know. They call him the streak. Boogity boogity. As they come down the front straightaway, the iRacing high flag, green flag is out. Bear Bishop leading the charge here into turn number 1 and turn number 2. Here comes Casey Brunson down to the bottom. Surratt right there. Man, there's a whole gaggle of cars. They're racing like it's the last lap. Oh, Peacock comes down, sideswipes to number 10. Oh, Jason Salter. Salter going to go around, I do believe. I don't know if he's going to be able to save it over there. Around in the knot. Har Motorsports yellow flag back out. And man, Harbor Motorsports getting the light here tonight for this yellow flag, and definitely a tough break for that. I think it involved the number 10 of Salter. Not much Salter could have done. As
I don't know which caution that's for. There was 1 and 2, and then there was a couple cars running 3 and 4 when I got down there because I got short into the stick in 1 and 2 as well.
It all started with the number 10 machine of Salter. Got crossed up as the 61 tried to make sure he stayed off the 18. The 18 come off the wall. Got into the 10. His Bedkenauer right there. 10 of Salter tried to save it back. Got back up into the 14 of Frost, and around he goes as Bedkenauer finishes him off there into the corner. Definitely a huge chain of events there for the 10, the 86, and then some more contact. The 86 is sitting there. Bedkenauer, a lot of damage to that machine. Tough break for the 10 of Racing Jason Salter. Yeah, glad I think so too. Like I said, thank you to the star donators here. Thank you to those who have shared the stream here this evening. We did not go starless here. Coming up fast on going to be 17,000 stars instead of 18,000 stars left to go to our goal. 25,000 stars is our goal for the month of January. So we still got a lot of time, folks, to get to that. But it definitely will be rather interesting to see everyone else come out there. The green cone just got took out.
Everybody's enemy down there off of pit road, that green cone, the evil green eyes.
We don't like that green cone.
Well, it seems like we're loving the caution flag tonight.
The wreckers have been busy here this evening. Looks like we're going to lose a couple other drivers here. I do believe it looks like, no, maybe Bedkenauer are going to stay in. Bedkenauer on pit road, so getting repaired. But definitely a lot of damage on that number 86 machine as the iRacing.com Chevy Silverado going to pull off only for the last time, as we're going to see 10 laps remaining here as the iRacing I flag, green flag going to come back out. Casey Brunson was scored the race leader here again by one of those weird scoring loops. He was able to take advantage of it just like Barrett Bishop was able to do. So Surratt now way down to the bottom trying to make something happen there in that 18 machine. Not able to close the door. He's trying to pull a two-for move as they enter the back straightaway here to turn to number 3. It's Casey Brunson with the race lead. Second is Barrett Bishop. Third is Kyle Surratt there in the number 18 machine. Surratt now fending off there, trying to move up in front of the number 926 machine. Bishop not able to do so. Surratt now fires back down to the inside as he is trying to get up alongside him. Hitting the wall was the number 926 of Barrett Bishop, so he's flirting with the wall. Don't want to flirt with it too much because that could be disastrous there for Barrett Bishop as Surratt dives her back down in pretty deep again, trying to work over the bottom side there. In the 18, able to pull up alongside and make it 3 wide for the race lead there momentarily off the corner as they come down and flash by that start finish line. 8 to go, and another yellow flag going to come out. Our Motorsports yellow flag. I believe this is going to be number 10 on the evening. 10 yellow flags for 27 laps. As go back to work here to figure out what happened. Like maybe the 06 machine of Matthew Everett's involved. Indeed it was. Matthew Everett looks like gets into the inside wall. Jim Revis, Alex Brewer involved. He gets a piece of it there in the number 1 machine. They keep it back going, but it was enough to bring out the Harbor Motorsports yellow flag number 10 of the evening.
I'm about to have to send the fuel bill for the tow trucks tonight to USA Speedway.
I have to say, yeah, the tow bill definitely huge there for these tow trucks. Harbor Motorsports coming aboard as the 2020 yellow flag sponsor of the 2020 season, I should say. Big appreciation to those. As Hanover Wrecker Service had to step aside. Appreciate everything they did for us in 2019, but we're going to soar ahead here in 2020 with Harbor Motorsports as the official yellow flag sponsor of Full Velocity Racing Network. Yeah, I'm not sure, Phil. If somebody wants to be Bill's out there talking to us via Messenger and figuring out what was going on. As we're getting some weird inbox messages that I can't even see, and he's seeing them. So, if you want to be Full Velocity Racing Network's friend, just like us, follow us, share us. That's how you become our friend.
And make sure you always tune in when that page says we're going live.
Yes, yes. Make sure you tune in. Star donations will really make us your friend. I guess.
You enjoy what you see and want to see more of it, make sure you send us some star donations there. Make sure that you get to see. Hell, who knows? In the future, you may even see some of us racing live on the Facebook page. I do individual broadcast on boards as well, so maybe one day the website will support that.
And I do some on boards also when I do some wreck festing. Different things go on here at the Full Velocity Racing Network. I don't think I've ever done some fishing. I might get out Fishing Planet and go fishing and bore you guys to death.
I can do that too. I've got it as well.
Catch some big ones. Get ready to go back to green flag racing off of turn number 4. iRacing.com pace truck. Going to make that hard left-hand turn down to the infield. iRacing flag. Green flag is back out over the field. 5 laps remain. 4 laps remain at the line for Casey Brunson. Can he hold off hard charging Barrett Bishop or the 18 of Kyle Surratt? He dives in pretty deep. Don't count out the 61 either, as Surratt really lets her dig down to the bottom there, trying to get that forward bite off the corner. Not going to be able to do so. Bishop not able to do anything either, running in that second spot, but the Casey Brunson still leading. Here comes Surratt again, trying back down to the bottom. 3 wide for the race lead, as Surratt down on the extreme bottom just can't get the bite off the corner. Check mark to the number 010 for the momentum. But here comes the 926 of Barrett Bishop, also way down to the bottom. Brunson taps the wall. Costly mistake for Casey Brunson as they go 3 wide off the corner. Here for the race lead as they drag race down the back straightaway. Brunson able to hold it back in there, but yellow flag going to come back out. Harm Motorsports 11th yellow flag of the evening, and I believe technically I think Surratt may have that in line. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. The scoring loop is kind of weird there. So as we wait for that to reset, Alex Brewer involved in this one, I do believe. I'm sure, because I can't see it. Alex Brewer out of this event, same way with the 25 machine of Henry Jones. Henry Jones had to be involved in that one. A lot of smoke barreling out of his car. Alex Brewer already out of this event. So not Alex Brewer. 100% positive. I think there's a 13 down on pit road, so I can't find who caused that yellow flag. So I didn't find it, but I know Jack found it. Let everybody show everybody that who spun out there. Like I said, not 100% positive. Looks like the 119 and the 06 involved. The 119 Corey Stansel and the 06 of Matthew Everts involved. So we got a lot of guys out of this event right now. Matthew Everts, Alex Brewer, Henry Jones, Derek Fedkenauer, Tyson Pankow, DJ Kalinowski, and then you got Charlie Milner out of this event so far. So 20 cars left out there running. So who is the favorite out here to win this race? Is it going to be Casey Brunson? Let's hear it for Casey Brunson out there. How many of you think it's going to be the 926 of Barrett Bishop or the 9 of Barrett Bishop? How about Kyle Surratt? Josh Peacock. 61 machine. Trying to do the echo effect. I guess my echo effect not on. But Dan Stifler, the top 5 is iRacing flag, green flag already back out. And I tell you, Kyle Surratt is really throwing her in pretty deep down the bottom. And there's 2 laps to go, so he's going to try to do everything he can to try to win this race. Don't count out the 926 of Barrett Bishop either. He puts it up through the middle there next to Casey Brunson. These guys go 3 wide racing once again for the top spot. We're going to see the white flag over the field here this time around at the USA International Speedway. Surratt gets a little bit sideways. Here comes the 926 of Bishop, throwing everything he has at him. Here's Brunson, hits the wall again. Got to be costly for Casey Brunson. Gonna drag race here down the back straightaway into turn number 3. The 926 down to the bottom, way down to the bottom, trying to make something happen. Can Barrett Bishop do anything? With Casey Brunson, drag race down to the start finish line. It's gonna be Casey Brunson at the line. Just over Barrett Bishop, Kyle Surratt, Josh Peacock, and Daniel Stifler. Right out your top 5.
Wow, I just edged out Ryder for 16th. That was tight.
Top 5 seeing Casey Brunson, Barrett Bishop, Kyle Surratt, Josh Peacock, Daniel Stifler, Eric Eichstead, Taylor Frost, Jim Revis, and you had Kyle Moyer, Kevin Prettyman. 11th was Steve Robbins, 12th Stephen Moore, 13th Chuck Sims, 14th Travis Montgomery. We have Ryder in 15th by my scoring time, but they were saying Ron made it in there, but I'm not 100% positive. My scoring time has him back behind him there. 16th.
It does. It did it on,
0.034 though. That was a close finish there for Ron Piles. David Brewer, Terry Barrington, and you have Jason Salter, Corey Stansel, Matthew Roberts, Alex Brewer, Henry Jones, Derek Fedkin, Elmer Tyson, Pankow, DJ Kalinowski, and Charlie Milner. Round out your 27 cars here that started at the USA International Speedway. We're going to take a brief pause for the cause, make our way on over to Discord, and interview our top 3 here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for eSport racing. And welcome back to the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for eSport racing. We're down here in BladeNode.com, Victory Lane. We're going to interview our top three guys. First and foremost, I do believe it's going to be the number 18 of Kyle Surratt. We're going to pull him down here into the broadcast booth. It's going to be the 18 of Kyle Surratt taking down the third spot here tonight. A great race for you guys in the top three there, Kyle. Definitely you were throwing it in as deep as you could to try to pull that off. And, man, some of them scoring and time loops a little messed up, but able to bring home a third-place finish, podium finish there to Barra Bishop and your teammate, the 010 Casey Brunson. Tell us about your race there in the number 18 machine. Oh, you got. Kyle Surratt, you there? All right, we'll put Kyle Surratt back up there. I believe I heard turn signals. I think he hopped in his car after the finish of that race. So we'll move on to the 926, the number 9.
Hey, talking to you.
Barrett Bishop. So we're just going to move on to Barrett. We were talking to Kyle. Kyle looks like he's speeding off, turn signals and all. We could hear him, but that's all we could hear there. But Barrett, a good race there. You guys were going back and forth. You, Casey Brunson, Kyle Surratt. What a fantastic race for your top three. But second place, you threw everything at him, including that kitchen sink. Just couldn't get it done there for that drag race at the end of that one. So tell us about your race there, that 926.
Yeah, we had a good run tonight. Started second. Just try to stay patient behind Casey and ride most of the race. We got the lead. Got the lead at one point, and cautions kind of screwed us there after that. But we had a hell of a race tonight. Had a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely. Always good to see you guys exchanging slide jobs, exchanging whatever you could there, running the bottom, the middle, the top. It seemed like it was all there for that 926 machine, but definitely a good race there with Casey. Like you said, yellow flags. There was a lot of them here this evening. Definitely. Does that take you out of your frame of mind there with all those yellow flags there, Barrett?
It just kind of throws you off your game a little bit. But I think we put on a hell of a show for as many laps as we got there.
Definitely was a fantastic show for the number 926 machine, the 9 there. Great race with you three drivers up front, but I'm going to be the microphone. The floor is all yours. You're almost making me speechless here tonight. How's that feel? How's that feel for you for once?
It was good. It's usually me.
Well, go ahead and thank all the sponsors and everybody that helps you out there, Barrett.
I think HRE Motorsports, Thorough Access, Team Friday, Hawk Transportation, Milner Media and Design, and all y'all for broadcasting.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, bringing home second place here tonight. Driver of the 926, Barrett Bishop. Definitely a good race for him. We're going to bring down, make our way on down to BladeNote.com, Victory Lane. And maybe we'll get a word with Kyle here in just a second. But the 010 Casey Brunson taking down the victory. Phil's not here, huh? You're in Victory Lane again without Phil being here, Casey. Great race for you there, exchanging a slider there with Barrett and definitely being able to hold on to this win here tonight. Tell us about it.
Oh, it started out real good. Surprised like was able to qualify in pole, kind of shocked me there. But heat race kind of got a little interesting between me and Jason. I messed up, and he was able to get onto me during the heat race and kind of did a little bit of crossover move to get the win back. And feature started, I definitely wasn't the fastest car. The cautions really helped me out, be able to get good restarts and get a little bit of gap for the couple of laps for the caution to come back out again. If it was no cautions, I would have definitely fell back about fourth, fifth, probably even worse than that.
A lot of cautions here tonight. And I asked Barrett, does that really take you out of the rhythm of your game there, Casey? I know you said they're helping you, but a lot of yellow flags could pester what you were trying to do. How did it go through your head tonight?
I kind of feel like I didn't have a whole lot of rhythm. I didn't practice at all during the week. I just kind of just jumped in here and hope for the best. Yeah, I kind of felt the same through every single caution, just trying to hold it down to the bottom best as I can until it finally went up to the top.
Well, as we're accustomed to here on the Full Velocity Racing Network there, Casey, we're giving the microphone. The floor is all yours. You can thank whoever you'd like to thank. I mean, you can even thank Phil. He's out there listening, but didn't show up tonight to broadcast. He's helping his mother out here this evening. But definitely, you probably should give him a shout out since you're his favorite driver.
Yeah, I'll shout out to Phil. He's probably really happy now since the Cowboys made it official. They fired Jason Garrett, but he should be really happy. I told him the news the other day when it was unofficial. That made him happy. But I'd like to thank Bulletproof Motorsports, DWRL for putting this on, and y'all for broadcasting, and JP Design just for Peacock. Haven't done one in a while, so I kind of forgot.
Well, finally back down here in the victory lane. Hopefully, we'll see you more here in the 2020 season there, Casey. Good job here tonight.
Thank you.
All right, the driver of the 010 Bulletproof Motorsports, Casey Brunson, taking down the victory. Let's see if we can get a word with Kyle, because I know Kyle was out there, and I hear turn signals again. I don't think we're going to be able to get a hold of him. So I pulled him down here. He went back up there. I don't think we're going to get a word with Kyle Surratt. Kyle definitely, first and foremost, he's going to thank me, himself, myself, and then he's going to thank Bulletproof Motorsports. He's got to thank me because that's what helps him get there. So I remember that part of his interview. Kyle Surratt finishing up third in that number 18 machine, the Bulletproof Motorsports number 18. So Kyle moves back up there. So definitely he's out there doing whatever he can. Good job to Kyle Surratt here in that third position. So that's going to be it here for the night, folks. I got to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you for the star donations. If you got anything left here in the closing minutes, star donations go a long way to help us here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Also got to thank all of our sponsors here each and every night that help us get here. You got to thank Car Motorsports, iRacing, iFlag, Voiles Trucking, JMax Journeys, BladeNote.com, South Texas Speedway, Hard Motorsports, TDR-Racing.net. We're just going to thank Tubbs out there, Charlie Milner. You got to thank Trash Painted Graphics, Pit Pass. Got to thank also Cyber Thunder coming aboard here as of late there as Cyber Thunder, but they come aboard. You got to thank all your fans for tuning in here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for eSport racing. I'm going to call it good night here, and hopefully we'll see you here tomorrow night. Definitely going to be a Southern Dirt Racing street stock event, and hope to see you all there. Good night.